by France. You're gonna see it. And there it is. The little bulge right there. The bulge right there by France. And that went into France. And then what they were trying to do was what they did early on in the war. But it didn't work at all. And now you're seeing they're getting squeezed. And it's squeezed in by both forces. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video by me, Entertainment Factory 16. And for today's video, as you can see, we're doing another reaction video. And the YouTuber we are reacting to today is Pigeoninanutshell. If you don't remember, there was another YouTuber we reacted to before called Map in a Nutshell. It's one of his other channels that he does similar videos on, of course. And before we get into this video, if you guys can please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. And let's just get right into it. So it's called World War II Every Day using Google Earth, and it's currently his most popular video, sitting at 2.6 million views since its post a few years ago. So there's Nazi Germany. It invades Poland. Soviet Union also helps, as you can see by the little empty land that was taking it over the other part of Poland. That was Soviet Union at the time helping. Okay, so we got France and Britain, Great Britain at the time, but now the UK, in the war against Nazi Germany. Because they had warned Nazi Germany if they invaded Poland, it would mean war, basically. And they did it anyways, so then the war started, basically. And as you guys can hear, there's like little speeches as well. And a timeline right here. See, timeline over here. The red is the Axis powers, Nazi Germany, and Italy will join soon. Italy is the other Axis power, and then there's also Japan. But Japan doesn't show in this one. This is only a Europe showing of World War II. And then blue is Allied powers, so like France, UK, United States, and other countries as well. You'll see what I mean. Okay, so right now, and then they're going to invade Denmark soon. Here it comes. Right now. Here it is. Boom. 6 hours. Or no, a day. It took only a day for Denmark to surrender. And not too long for Norway as well. And then Luxembourg. When Luxembourg got invaded. Okay, there's the invasion of France as well. But when Luxembourg got invaded, it took only 6 hours for them to surrender. And here's France. France has fallen. And there's Italy, who joined the war now. And there we go. France is gone. They are knocked out of the war. Gone. Did that with ease. Germany did. With very big ease. This period of time is Nazi Germany trying to defeat the UK by getting air superiority. But they didn't. Because of the UK bombing Berlin. It made Hitler start bombing all the cities in London, in the UK, instead of bombing like the important areas that were building all the defenses against Nazi Germany and other countries beforehand as well. Okay, so right now, and then Albania, which was controlled by Italy at the time, tries to invade Greece. Doesn't go well for Italy because Italy's forces were weakened from the previous attacks it made on other countries before World War II happened. And you can see Hitler was getting other countries to sign the tripartite pact. It was a pact that was kind of similar to what NATO is today, where it's like, if one country attacks you, every other country in that pact is going to attack back. It's similar to that, basically. And then Bulgaria joins, and then Yugoslavia gets invaded, basically. You'll see what I mean. So right now, Greece is defeating and destroying Albania right now, even with Albania having more soldiers currently. And then here comes Yugoslavia's invasion. Here it comes. There it is. And then Nazi Germany forces help Italian forces to destroy all the Allied forces in Greece, knocking them out of Europe for the time being. And if you're wondering why Switzerland did not get invaded, it's because of its like decisions of how it's always so neutral, and all the other countries even respect that. No matter what, they respect it as well. But it's also hard to invade Switzerland as well. And now, Hitler's decision that made him lose the war, invading the Soviet Union. They were overconfident by their victories previously and thought, we're going to easily do this. At first, it looked like, yeah, that was going to happen. But a lot went wrong very fast. You'll see what I mean. And I'll talk through it as it's happening. So here, you see, yeah, he's blazing through the Soviet Union right now. Blazing through. And what happens is just Hitler's ego was high, and he was like, oh, we're so good, we're going to destroy these Soviets, easily. But they didn't, because what Stalin did, the ruler or leader of the Soviet Union at the time, eventually started using the soldiers who were during wintertime prone to like cold weather basically, and started using them to attack against the land that was taken from them originally, just from Nazi Germany in the spring and summer of 41. And during 41, Nazi Germany forces were kind of bunkered in trenches only because they didn't know what to do. And they hadn't been given and prepared for the cold weather that they were going to experience. Weren't prepared at all. So that's why they don't really attack at the winter, but then when it gets warmer, they start attacking again, and you'll see what I mean. Watch it hit spring, which is around March and April. You'll see what I mean. And you can just see. And also, if you're here right now, this is FDR speaking. This was 3 months after Japan, which was part of the Tripartite Pact originally with Nazi Germany and Italy, in which they all planned together to take down all forces across the world, basically. Japan, on December 11th, 1941, bombed Hawaii, Pearl Harbor, and it caused the United States to get into the war, because the United States Navy was sitting base at Pearl Harbor, and it caused them to get into the war. Okay, so let's see here right now. So yeah, that's why you heard the FDR speech, because it was around the exact time that it happened. Exactly around. And you see, look, they're now starting to take. So the plan now was going in the Caucasus, where it's a rich filled area of oil. It's to power their tanks, basically, that were helping them destroy through forces as well. Okay, so let's see here. And then Stalingrad. When the Battle of Stalingrad happened, it was a complete disaster. Millions and millions of people died. In fact, it's one of the deadliest battles in the entire war, in fact. One of the deadliest, I may say. The deadliest. And again, another ridiculously stupid decision from Hitler, just based on ego, because he was like, oh, let me take this little area, and it'll boost his ego if he takes it. That's basically what it was. That it was like, it would be a huge victory and make it blow. And yeah, it was oil-rich filled, but it wasn't a smart decision. Not at all. He made that decision, and with all the other decisions he made, they just started making more and more decisions that weren't working and were pretty bad, to which the side was just getting more and better decisions, in which they were able to push back Nazi Germany's forces. Okay, and now you can see in Africa, where Nazi Germany currently had hold before, is now getting pushed back by Allied forces, as you can see. Okay, you see here, okay, 500,000 around. Then, yeah, it doesn't look like Nazi Germany is just getting pushed back in the from their land that they took from the Soviet Union, and looks like Axis forces are getting pushed out of Africa. Let's see, it's almost about to be. Let's see, there it is, pushed out. And then you'll get to see what happens next. The invasion of Sicily. Invasion of Sicily, that little island based off of Italy, kind of connected almost. It's close to connected. It doesn't look like it is. It might be. You'll see what I mean though. And probably now. Let's see. Let's wait. Now, there it is. So there's the invasion of Sicily, and Allies easily won it and took it over pretty fast from Nazi and Axis and Germany forces. Not too bad and hard for them to do. And you can also see the Soviet Union is continuing to push back from the Nazi Germany's original take of what they took from the Soviet Union. And also now you could see the main invasion of the mainland of Italy. It's going not very well for Italy. And in fact, Italy wasn't fighting anymore, because there's a lot of cousins in Italy that were they were cousins from Italy that were cousins from other people from America. So they decided, we don't want to do war anymore. And the leader of Italy at the time was pro-war. So what happened was he was kicked out of his council, and basically Italy came out of war, and Nazi Germany just basically stepped in and said, we're going to do this for you because you can't, it seems like you're not doing it at all, basically. Okay, so let's see here. Then, okay, almost, you can see now the Soviet Union has almost pushed the Nazi Germany forces back to where they originally took, or began to took. So that's pretty crazy. 1944, 3 months later, and you'll see an invasion of France called D-Day. You'll see where it's going to happen. It was an Allied planned landing, and you're going to see it. Here it is. That's Dwight D. Eisenhower. It's going to happen soon. That's why it's That's why it's got the voice right now. Let's see here. Dwight D. Eisenhower is the person who led the D-Day landings, basically. He's a general. And the president. He was a president, too. And there it is. There's the invasion right there. And there you go. You could see it. There's the Allied invasion right there in France. And now you could also see the Soviet Union is now about to invade homeland Germany. Or it's getting close to it. It's invading the rest of Germany's taking up Poland. And now allies are blazing through France. And the allies are continuing to rise further up into Italy. And you can see the Soviet Union over here is taking a lot more land as well. Okay, let's see here. And there, Germany is getting squeezed in. Just squeezed in. And you can also see Allied forces taking Greece now back from Nazi Germany control. Okay, right here, let's see here. Yeah, let's see, where's that Battle of the Bulge? You're gonna see what I mean. It's a little bulge that forms on the France side, or the western front, basically, by France. You're gonna see it. And there it is. The little bulge right there. The bulge right there by France. And that went into France. And then, what they were trying to do was what they did early on in the war. But it didn't work at all. And now you're seeing they're getting squeezed. And it's squeezed in by both forces. By both giant forces coming in. Here we go. Here it's happening. Okay, let's see here. There it is. Devastation here. And yeah. Soviet Union basically has Berlin. And allies are now just squeezing Nazi Germany's forces out and destroying the rest of them. Italy is now under Allied control. And yeah, that's basically it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys did, if you guys can please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. See you guys all later. Bye.